What's happening? It's Chris Hall here. You are now tuned into the Chris Hall Show, where we discuss dating, relationships, and much, much more. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel as you all start strolling in. Make sure that you don't just sit down on the couch and just plop yourself down. Make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification button notification bell so you are alerted anytime that I drop some new content. Also, the Chris Hall podcast is now streaming on all platforms. Make sure you check that out. Just go in the little search bar, type in the Chris Hall podcast, binge listen to all of my episodes, and then comment over here and tell me what you think. We are here today. We are back. A little special Monday show. Remember, I told y'all I'm going to be doing some more lives, making sure that I'm interacting with the people. So, as you see from the oh so triggering title today, a single man don't owe you shit. Now, although it may be triggering, it is a very true statement. A man who is single and not in a committed relationship with you, to where you two may just be dating, he don't owe you nothing. Or there's a lack of communication in what you, ma'am, require when dating somebody. What I've noticed is when people go into dating, they just date on autopilot. One person figures the other person knows what the other person would want in a dating situation. They may know the do's and don'ts, or what'll end up happening is you'll do one of them don'ts. And then what happens is you two just call it off, because at the end of the day, I mean, let's be honest, we don't owe each other anything, right? And I think that's where the disconnect with people happens, is there's a lack of communication between both people and what each other is expecting, even from the onset. So I'm one to believe that from the jump, that you should be letting the other person know your do's and don'ts and what you are looking for. Remember that intentional dating that we like to talk about over here on this side? That is really almost like the tagline of the Chris Hall Show, is the dating with intentions. Letting the other person know what's your intentions. Think about it. This goes for men and women. There is over 7 billion people in the world. There's over 333 million or something, over 300 million people in the United States. So you can't tell me that there's not somebody out there that will agree to your terms and conditions. Now, the problem lies is when your terms and conditions are rarely met. And that's what becomes a problem, is when there's not enough people out there to meet your expectations or requirements. And that's when you are then playing against the odds. And I'm only trying to get your odds better, but we still want to communicate. And if that's what you feel like you want, and if you feel like you can get it, then why not just let your intentions be known from the jump? So we're just going to get right into the video. And like we always do about this time, we're going to review it. So let's go to this one. Boom. All right. So like I said, been doing a series reviewing all the different topics. So let me make the bed for this one real quick. Let me set the scene, if you will. So this is at my live podcast, as of course. And what happened is a young lady brought a story to the congregation, and we all talked about it. And what I got from it is the title, "A Single Man Don't Owe You Shit." So we're going to take a look at it, and you all comment in the comment section and let me know how you feel about certain topics and points that were brought up. And we're going to get right into it. Let's do this. This is water.
He wasn't ready for anything serious. But then the guy then proceeded to, hang out, kicking with the girl. They doing X, Y, and Z.
Kicking with you? Or?
But then...
Y'all ever had somebody explain a story to you? They don't want to say it's them. So they end up telling you they got a friend or asking for a friend type of thing. I thought that was funny.
The guy, he talking to her, he flew her out, right? Flew her out somewhere. And then the next week, we doing some Instagram digging, and a nigga in another country with another bitch. But did not tell the girl.
He don't have to tell you nothing. He's a grown man.
But keep it a bean, keep it a buck though.
You don't have to keep it a buck.
Just like you don't have to. That's why. Just like you don't have to.
You don't have to. What are you talking about? You don't work.
So, in case y'all can't hear it through all the chitter chatter, I'll also be giving it some narration as I always do. So, seemingly, a young lady was talking to some dude. The dude flew her out somewhere, and then I guess time elapsed, and then he flew another chick out. Now, seemingly, this man has the means and the time to be flying different chicks out to here, there, and everywhere. So the question lies is, does a single man that you're just dating, does he have to tell you that he is kicking it with another chick? And I will say this, I've always wrestled with this as far as what women think in this situation. I mean, I'm going to do what I'm going to do because I also subscribe to a single man don't owe you shit. And I'm only telling you all this for your benefit. A lot of people think this statement may be, snarky or rude or something like that. No. These are educational videos, believe it or not. I'm about to start putting my category as educational. I don't know why I put entertainment, because I ain't joking. I am dead ass, respectfully. So, does a single man owe you I don't know, I guess you can call it courtesy, to let you know that I am kicking it with another woman who I'm also talking to? This woman believed that due to her own doing, to when she took it upon herself, because she said did some Instagram digging. She didn't say, he told her this. He was minding his business, and she did some Instagram digging. Take it as it may, or be it as it may. And you can take that for what you want, but this is what she said, not me.
For you don't pay his bills.
Right. It's a competition on both sides. Right. I go into dating as a competition. I'm competing for the nigga just like the nigga competing for me, and let the best.
Okay. So that was somewhere where I want to stop and kind of talk to y'all for a minute or two. So that young lady said, which is rare, you don't really hear this often, but she said that she is competing for the man. Now, let me ask you this. Are you competing for the men that you date? Do you think you're competing? See, there's another one of those triggered words. Remember I said that I should write a dictionary. Probably won't be that big. But some type of pamphlet or something. Maybe a pamphlet full. Y'all ain't that bad. Maybe a pamphlet of triggering words to women. And I would really want to know Do I have to let you know if I'm taking someone else out of town? I always wondered that. But back to what you were saying. Anywho, so that's a good question. Do you necessarily compete for the men that you're dating? A lot of women don't like that triggering word called compete because you're going to automatically take it as, oh, I ain't competing for no man, right? That's cool. You can continue thinking about that. And, all right, say this. What exactly does that say about the man that you chose that he is not even worth competing for? What exactly, like, what medal is worth something that you don't compete for? Right? The medal that you receive or the trophy or whatever, what makes it worth it is that you had to beat out other people for it, right? The gold medal, you had to beat out a list of other individuals. First place, you had to beat out individuals. Why is there never a competition when coming to your man? Do you not know that you are competing against not only yourself, you're also competing against all the women in his vicinity? Okay? This man, especially the one she's talking about, clearly has options. He clearly has means to fly numerous chicks here, there, and everywhere. I'm going to tell you something. What's weird is that if this man is not worth competing for, then why was he worth checking up on? See, you ladies know that these men who you go after and talk about are worth something. You wouldn't go through all of this if they weren't worth anything. You would just call it a day and go get another one. And I will say there are some women who can do that, but there are more women who cannot, okay? Which is just stating the facts.
Man win, period. Just like it's let the best woman win. At the end of the day, if I'm dating you and I'm single, I don't have to run down nothing. I could be on Cabo trip with you, and in 2 weeks I'm in Tulum with the next motherfucker. You know why? I'm single. I don't have to tell you that.
The last thing she said was you date a dude and then the next day you see his baby. It
was a meme.
That meme. That's what I'm saying. So that's what led into the
I was just saying, the dude after he told you he wasn't interested, he don't have to. That's it. You got everything that you deserve. That was it.
I'm about to full circle this whole thing.
Honest with you, that was all. That was it. Everything after that was on you.
I'm about to full circle the whole thing. If you put that up against endearment, so men's money, to John's point, is endearment to them. In most cases, or a lot of cases, correct me if I'm wrong, a woman's body is their endearment to them. So when they, but if a woman is coming to the table and she's offering her body, to her that's a sense of endearment, and in turn to some capacity, she's expecting some form of reciprocity, right?
At the end of the day, if y'all agree, if you said I ain't looking for nobody serious, she said, okay, boom, we fly out, we do this, we do that. That should just be what it is.
That
should just be what it is.
It is like there has to be a level of understanding. Unspoken expectations are going to set you up for failure every single time.
100%. This we do agree on. I am big on communication and setting expectations for everybody. There is nothing, there's not a better feeling than being comfortable in whatever situation that you want to be in. Know yourself. Know what you can and cannot do. If you cannot clean, let these men know, hey, brother, I'm dirty. And I hope that your cleaning skills are up to par because mine is null and void. That's cool. It's not, but you get what I mean. The truth is cool, but you need to let this be known. Do you have expectations that you would like to be in a serious relationship? Because if a dude just gets your number, call you, asks you when you're free, then picks you up, takes you on a date, you drink, you have sex, what do you expect him to do? What y'all have to understand is, and I think y'all know this, a man will have sex with you with no words at all. None. A man technically doesn't have to say anything to you to have sex with you. On the other hand, there are some women that we'd rather not speak to and just have sex with due to the fact of your attitude or just personality or lack thereof. So that's what you all have to understand is that if you don't communicate these things prior to offering anything, whether it's your body, if y'all decide to pull out your wallet, your time, your space, your energy, all that stuff, if you decide to do that, then that's completely on you. Like I said, I feel like a lot of people, especially in this modern day, date on autopilot. You jump into the relationship you jump into a situation with somebody and you just hope things go for the best until, let's say a few weeks or months or whatever goes by and you realize that you wanted something this individual didn't want. You two don't share the same wants and needs and sometimes values. There's a lot of stuff that goes in with that.
Right. So
Entitlement.
That's what it really is, because he said what he said. It's entitlement. It's entitlement. He said what he said.
So the thing is, anybody who knows me knows I'm big on communication. Like, if we lay out whatever the expectation is or we communicate whatever it is, like, that's just what it is. Point blank, period. Yeah. Like, I'm the type of woman, if you tell me, like, this is what it is, okay, cool. If I have feelings and emotions that begin to evolve and develop with that person, like, child, we're going to have to subdue those, or we're going to have a conversation like, this is what I'm feeling. Are we on the same page? No? Okay, cool. Like, boom. Like, we're back to, like, where it is. But just because, I feel like both parties are responsible. Like, if I'm dating a dude,
it's not.
No,
it's not.
Like, what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is,
I don't care.
So I would like to finish my point.
I don't care how you feel.
I would like, okay, that's fine. You don't have to care how I feel.
No, I'm but yeah, no, you too.
But what I'm saying, that's cool. But what I'm saying is, like, on the flip side, like, if a man starts to develop feel like, to your point, like, you might just be effing off on a dude, and he develops feelings because you that grip game, like I was talking about earlier, is like, woo,
right, and make the best man win.
And he has feelings.
Exactly.
But would you not want? Like, I feel like if he is developing, that's what I'm saying. Like, if he's developing feelings for you, like, he should take
So what do y'all think? You think if you come to the table with a proposition, right? So you come to the table with a proposition, and the young lady or the young man, whoever, accepts whatever proposition that you all put on the table. Do y'all think that if feelings are starting to be felt, is it better to suppress it, or is it better to say something, right? If you say something about it and then that other person isn't feeling the same way you feel, do you reserve the right to be in your feelings? Have you been there before? No? I think we've been there, right? To where you like this person physically, and let's say you all subscribe to just physical contact. If you subscribe to physical contact only, and then somebody catches feelings, what do you do at that point? Do you try to stop the physical contact? Do you tell the person and then get upset that the person doesn't feel the same way you do? I've actually seen that happen a lot, to where you come to the table with a contract, the young lady signs it, and then as we move along, either that person changes or they want to change. What's on my screen? They want to change something about the situation that they feel like they just can't tolerate no more. And then once we go back to the negotiating table and things don't come out the way that they wanted, then they get upset in their departure, which is cool. But that's what I wanted to know. And like I said, if you don't date with any expectations, then that's exactly what you expect. Nothing. Because you never put nothing to expect. So you have to expect nothing. That means that nothing should surprise you in the situation that you're in. Whatsoever. It shouldn't. Am I lying? If you go into a situation with zero expectations, and let's say, ladies, that you give your body up to this man numerous occasions. Now what? You cannot be upset with anything that comes after that if you did not communicate to this person. A lot of y'all try to act like, okay, well, I mean, he was acting like he was serious, or he said he wanted to get married, but how did you envision your relationship going with that person? When did he say he wanted to get married? Like in what time frame? Because I've always said I've wanted to get married, but I sit here today unmarried, right? So if a person is just saying it, that they want to get married, like, yeah, I want to be a surgeon, or I want to buy a house, or I want to have kids, does not mean that I want to do all of this with you. And it doesn't put a time frame on it either. I want to do a lot of things, but some things I've yet to put a deadline on it. So a person would not take it very seriously because I've not put when. Like, hey, yeah, man, we'll link. I know y'all say that a lot, but when are you going to link? There's no date. So put a date on something like that, a time frame, and make sure that you make your expectations be known. And that's it. That's all. Y'all know I don't have no clever exit or nothing like that, except for I'm out.